Bottom line is I'm not going to hate on Drake Maye. I really like Drake Maye.
No.
When you talk about the second overall pick right now, I think Jayden Daniels right now has the edge.
Okay. I'm not going to hate on Drake Maye. I just said he can't throw short passes, and he's inaccurate, and he throws picks, and he sucks.
He's throwing ducks up there to everybody, and when he doesn't have his good receivers, he basically turns into Mac Jones.
Yeah, look, I get what he's saying, Kiper. I'm going to tell you, very, very, very similar criticisms to Josh Allen. Very, very, very similar criticisms to Jordan Love. Both of those guys, Josh Allen, his final year at Wyoming, Jordan Love, his final year at Utah State. They lost weapons around them. I don't remember if there were coordinator changes, but they couldn't make short passes, the short, accurate ones, but they can make the throw that pops, the highlight reel play. I love Jayden Daniels. You know I love Jayden Daniels. I feel like I was planting my flag on that bandwagon long before many people.
Yeah, you thought you were getting like a value pick.
I thought you were going to be getting him in like round 2. That's how early I was on this bandwagon. So I'd take Drake Maye 1. I actually think if Kiper's onto something, I think this is tremendous news for the Patriots. If Drake Maye is sliding a little bit and Jayden Daniels is catching helium and rising up these draft boards, and it sounds like Caleb Williams is a done deal at number 1, I would take, if the Patriots were picking 1, I want Drake Maye.
I don't want to
pop. So I think this is great news.
I don't want to pop your rising balloon, but when you're talking about that, like I'm trying to put all this together, the vision that you have, because you seem to like that he's compared to Josh Allen, who in my mind right now is a perennial loser with the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, you wouldn't take Josh Allen here?
Well, here's the other thing is you want them to be back in the playoffs next year. That's a project then. Like, I think Drake Maye will probably be a little bit of a
Jordan
project.
Love is in his first year as a starter, and they're in the playoffs.
I know, but you're comparing him to Josh Allen, somebody who needs to be a stallion,
Josh Allen's in the playoffs
who needs to be reined
Josh
in.
Allen's in the playoffs in year 2.
Okay, you're saying year 1.
Okay,
I'm
well,
saying
so,
it'll take 2 or 3 years at least.
Maybe this guy will be a little ahead of the curve, or maybe they'll put more around him to start. But Josh Allen was in the playoffs by year 2. Jordan Love, I know he sat the bench for a while. Jordan Love is in the playoffs year 1 as a starting quarterback.
I'm just trying to see where you're going with this.
I just want a good quarterback, Mego.
Okay.
I like him the best. Why is this a hard concept?
I think
I like this quarterback the best in this draft. They could get him at 3. That'd be awesome.
Drake Maye, you like the best now?
Yes, I've liked him the whole time the best.
You've had this public crush on Jayden Daniels, though.
Later in the first round, it's been Williams and Maye all year. And when Caleb Williams started blubbering into his mom's bosom on national TV and started to blow off media responsibilities and all these other weirdo things, I dropped him down. I'll take Drake Maye 1.
Here's my feeling with these two quarterbacks. There are major buts. With Drake Maye, like, Mel Kiper did a great job discussing some of his shortcomings there, or possible shortcomings. It's also, everybody's telling us, Dan Orlovsky told us this 2 weeks ago, don't look at him like he's coming from UNC. Like, don't look at him like he was playing in the ACC. And I'm like, well, I can't really overlook that when you're hearing that he struggled with Virginia. Like, no offense, but that's, when I look at that and I go, okay, he's played tons of snaps, he's played tons of college football, and then we're expecting him to come in and be a turnkey solution, but he's also struggling with ACC teams. Like, I just don't love that. On the other side with Jayden Daniels, I am having a little bit of whiplash of a quarterback who's suddenly rapidly rising, and I know he's a Heisman winner, and that's a big part of it, but I'm just going to look sideways at somebody who, like you said, at some point in the latter half of the college season, most of us are going, is he going to be a 12 pick? Is he going to be somewhere in the bottom half of the first round? And then all of a sudden, he might be the number 2 pick. Like, I've been through this before, and he's a very different kind of quarterback than Mac Jones. But I'm still going to look at, okay, how much of this is just the machine of media around the draft going, oh, well, this is a hot name, this is a hot name, this is a hot name. Look at all he can do. Look at all he can do. We've overlooked this guy. Our bad. We overlooked him for most of the college season.
Do you like Phil?
Now we're throwing him all the way up there.
Do you like Phil Perry, his work?
Of course.
He likes Jayden Daniels better than these other quarterbacks. So maybe it's just media hype. And I like if the Patriots get Jayden Daniels at 3, I'm not going to complain. But I like Maye better. And so I think this is great news if Kiper's onto something. What do you guys think? Where should the Patriots be burning cash? What do you make of that mock draft? Is it quarterback or bust? And then go spend your money in free agency elsewhere? 617-779-7937. Let's start it off today with Paul in Rhode Island. Go ahead, Paul.
How you doing, my man?
What's up?
Thank you for taking my call. Hi, Mego.
Hey, what's up?
How are you, Adam? Listen, I'm going to go with this 2 things, okay? 2 things is this. Don't let this young coach fail. Get the number 3 pick, whether it would be Daniels or Maye. Now, let me ask you this.
Maye and Mayo, yes.
The GM has to be outsider. It has to be the guy from the Ravens.
Yeah, Paul, I got bad news for you. I don't think the GM's going to be an outsider.
Yeah.
I think it's going to very much be an insider. I think your GM is Jonathan Kraft. So I got look, that's a good idea to go outside the organization.
You don't think Ozzie Newsome will come out of retirement to go fix the Patriots?
You're going to go get a GM from the outside after the draft?
Well,
hey,
yeah.
we'd love for you to have a position here. We've already drafted.
Hey, what do you think, huh?
I got news for you. It is going to be it's going to be Jonathan Kraft running the show with Robin Glazer. David's in the car. Go ahead, David.
Hey, good afternoon, guys. Thank you for taking the call, as always. So here's my thing. I agree with you, Jones. We need receivers. But here's the problem. Somebody like Mike Evans, right? They're not going to come here because you have to have an offensive line and a quarterback before receivers want to come here.
I completely reject that.
You pay him.
Spend money. Burn cash. As
Hello,
Gerard Mayo
we
said,
did this 2 years ago. You overpay.
burn cash, and you'll be able to get players like Mike Evans. Now, if it's a tiebreaker, if it's like you're both offering the same amount of money and he can play with Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes or a rookie here, well then yeah, he might pick those other spots. But